Hello and welcome back to Behind the Battle. This is episode 2 and today we are joined with one of our bands, Striker. So we're doing an interview series, as you've seen before, where we're interviewing our voice cast, crew, and bands to kind of ask them questions that they don't normally get asked. So with our voice actresses and actors, we've been asking what their first concerts were, what their favorite albums are, all that kind of music related stuff. And then with our bands, we're going to be asking them about their favorite cartoon shows growing up, any favorite Disney songs, movies, all of that kind of fun stuff, and anime. We can get into that too. So Broken Arrow, and from me, Allissoon, we are so excited to welcome Striker, and we'll just kind of get into it. How are you guys doing today?
Awesome. It's a great day.
Okay.
Nicest day of the year so far.
Yay, awesome. And yeah, and I wanted you guys more so to introduce yourselves because I hate to use the wrong genre label or like what you guys are up to, but I know people who are following us really know that you guys are the purest form of metal that we kind of get in our show. So
Awesome.
yeah. So what have you guys been up to? I know we've been in the pandemic times for a while, but if you guys want to just kind of describe what Striker is and what you guys are all about, that'd be kind of cool to kick off here.
Sure, yeah. Striker, we're a Canadian sort of traditional heavy metal band. We're just all about shredding and having a good time and drinking some beers, and that's pretty much the gist of our vibe, right?
Amazing. And if you guys want to introduce yourselves too, like who plays what? What's going on here?
Sure, I'm Dan, I'm the singer. This is Chris, he is I play the guitar. And this is...
That way.
This
I'm Pete. I play bass, sing some backups here and there.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
So cool. And you guys a 5-piece or a 4-piece? I'm like, you're a 5-piece.
5-piece.
Hell
5-piece.
yeah. So lots of shredding, too much shredding, or I guess there's never enough.
Some would say
Some
too much.
would say, legend says. Amazing. Oh, and there's that siren. Well, let's get into animation here as much as we, can talk about heavy metal, but maybe we'll go on a little timeline here. But, cartoons are sometimes associated, with growing up and, feeling yourself out and, watching TV, of course, on those Saturday mornings. Are there any shows that, like the three of you or, individually, like really loved growing up? Your mom and dad, like either couldn't stand it, it was always on. Like what was growing up with cartoons for you guys?
Well, I think like early on it was like Looney Tunes and that kind of stuff, like those Saturday morning cartoons for sure. And then I think eventually we all got hooked on The Simpsons at some point, which eventually warped our minds in whatever way that The Simpsons does. But yeah.
What about Ren and Stimpy? You guys remember that?
It's a little. I didn't watch Ren and Stimpy that much until I was like older, and I was like, man, what the fuck is this? It's crazy.
There was another one.
Weird.
There's another one they put on late night. I think it was the same channel, and it was usually after Ren and Stimpy. It was called Cow and Chicken.
Yes,
I
actually know someone who
should. Wacky, man, I love that one.
That's like the era of like Pete, like maybe you know what I'm talking about. Like they do like really close up gross stills. Like they'd be talking and like the characters are like having fun. Yeah, and then there'd be like a huge close up of something where you're like, why was that drawn?
Yeah, they had like the Ren and Stimpy one where like his teeth came out and they had like the nerve endings for his teeth like poking out and stuff. So weird.
But you know what? You remember that, Dan.
Oh yeah, big time.
That's amazing. Yeah, because I think Ren and Stimpy, right, Pete, is like a Nick. I think they're Nickelodeon, so that was probably Nick at night when you were flipping to Cow and Chicken and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, when I'd sneak out of my room, supposed to be sleeping, so I'd go to school in the morning, but I'd get up, sneak onto the couch, watch some Ren and Stimpy.
Love it. That's amazing. And I have to ask this because we do have a lot of international bands. So Jaron and I are trying to figure out, is there anything specific to your guys' country? I'm excited to interview some of our Swedish bands because I have no idea what goes on in cartoon show over there. But is there, maybe you didn't watch it like religiously, but are there like a show that like we here in, LA or America like wouldn't know about? Was there like Canadian grown up cartoons? Dan's like,
yeah. Yes, there totally is. There's this show called Reboot that was like all about. It was like it wasn't like cartoon animation. It was more like early computer graphic animation, and it's so awesome and weird. And it was all about like these characters who were in a computer, and like the user would send games down, and like the games were like destroying sections of the city. It's so crazy. But it was awesome, and we watched it so much when we were kids.
Hexadecimal, was that the bad guy's name?
Yeah, Megabyte. They had a guitar battle and stuff. It was so sick.
Oh my god,
that show.
It's worth checking out. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. Was that like what like time era? I'm not obviously not trying to date anybody in our
This was like
but...
probably like
mid-90s, early 90s.
Yeah, right? Probably like late. I would say late 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess that was like
that kind of vibes with what I thought you were saying. Like when the internet's like fresh and they're like, like really using those like computery terms. That's super
cool. Like they had like Megabyte was the bad guy and stuff. It was awesome.
That's amazing.
That was pretty cutting edge animation at the time too, I think.
It was sick.
Everybody was like, wow, graphics are so good. Now it's like, what?
Yeah, oh my god. Especially like there's kind of a charm to that like we have 3D now, so we're gonna figure it out. Like especially those like really early like Pixar shorts where the skin isn't like fully figured, like like today now with like Soul and like Brave and all that stuff. It looks gorgeous, and they have computers that can run 1.5 million things that I don't know about. But there's something fun about that like polygon like
that's exactly what this was.
Low poly stuff.
Yeah. It was like PS1 graphics where you're like, I hope the machine doesn't catch on fire.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, other than shows, jumping in here to movies, and since I have a feeling we're around the same kind of time with VHSs and things like that. Was there anything that you were always wanting to pop in, animation wise, or hopefully catching on TV?
I mean, when we were kids, it was all the Disney movies like Aladdin and stuff. Yeah. Like those movies slapped. They were sick.
Yeah.
For me, what really hit me hard with animation was it wasn't until I got a little bit older and Metalocalypse came out, and it was like, for me, it was the perfect animation because it was a heavy metal band and a cartoon, and it was hilarious, and these guys were just so over the top, and the tunes were great. Like,
yeah. Are you stoked? Did you hear that they're I think it was this week. Yeah, that was really exciting.
Is the writer still doing it? Like I heard he lost the rights to it or whatever.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. I know Brendan's involved. I mean, it's his
good.
thing.
Involved.
Yeah, but I don't know about the structure of that crew. But yeah, if the look of confusion on the other side of the screen. Yeah, I think Metalocalypse, Aqua Teen, and Venture.
Aqua Teen was good too.
They're all getting movies as of last.
Oh, they're doing movies. No,
yeah.
cool.
I know. I would figure they would. Yeah.
I just wasn't sure what the news.
I didn't know what the new thing this week was. Yeah.
Pete starts and Pete just pitches the whole show to you as if you've never seen it. So there's this band.
Oh my god.
Yeah, oh my god. That was mine, like you were talking about like staying up late and watching Ren and Stimpy. That was my like sneak into my older brother's room. We're gonna watch, these burly metal dudes, like kill their fans with their music. And I was like, wow, I'm gonna have so many fun stories for the kids on the playground tomorrow that are not gonna understand what I'm talking about. And my parents are gonna get phone calls.
And then everybody starts talking like the characters too, so you just all sound like a bunch of total dweebs.
Yes, it's so
great.
Yeah. Well, I want to jump back because we're definitely gonna go back into adult animation because there's so many amazing things like that. But specifically for the three of you, Disney movies, is there a favorite? I know it sucks to be like, what's your number one favorite? But is there one, like, if Aladdin really slaps, is that the go-to choice, or is there? It's
gotta be Lion King.
My favorite's that cartoon Robin Hood with Fox.
Oh yeah.
I love that. I love that movie.
I think it's Lion King.
I mean, I haven't seen it in 30 years, but I love that movie.
Watch it again.
I should.
Yeah,
It's probably been like 3 years, but.
Yeah, Lion King is, so we had a discussion the other day because it's I didn't know this until recently, and people can make fun of me for it. I didn't know Hans Zimmer did that music, the guy who does all the like Pirates of
he's
the
a
Caribbean
legend.
stuff.
All the epic movies.
Yeah, well, I know him specifically from like the big Pirates of the Caribbean theme that everybody like has it grilled in their brain. And when somebody was like, yeah, he did like the Lion King stuff, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Which makes sense why he's connected to Disney now. But
There's another great connection. This current singer, I think current singer of Toto was like the teenage voice of Simba in that.
what?
Yeah, the guy who sang on like the 7th one, the super sick like Toto, Joseph. Oh, and he's John Williams' son.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like
I didn't know that. That's
yeah,
crazy.
John Williams' son, who sings for Toto and sang on some super sick Toto albums, was teenage Simba.
Like the singing voice of
The
Simba.
singing voice of teenage Simba. It's super sick.
Holy,
That's
that just
crazy.
blew my mind. Wow.
Yeah.
It's all connected out.
It's like the web of Hollywood. It makes sense, but like when you find one of those like links, it's like, whoa, that's crazy. So Lion King from Dan and Pete, and then we got Robin Hood. Hell yeah. Animal films. You guys were, I mean, obviously gender is dead, but you guys are definitely more into, maybe more of the action ones. Or, I can ask this. Do you guys have a favorite Disney princess? Is there a go-to more fairy tale-y fantasy one? That wasn't on the sheet. I'm going off the sheet. It's happening.
I'd have to say the mermaid was pretty hot when she had legs.
Hell yeah. Pete's just gonna
I guess, I don't know. It's like when we were like young, I think we always got, at least I think probably always gravitated more towards like the more action packed ones or whatever.
Yeah.
Not to say I didn't watch all of the other ones though, but
yeah, amazing. I just like the idea of Pete and his bass just knocking Prince Eric just out of the way. Ariel's mom.
Screw that guy. Get out of here. Take off, eh?
Well, and then like I guess to dip a little bit into music wise, because obviously like it could be like your favorite Disney movie, but is there a Disney song or one that you think like the music in it is like kick ass? Like for me, I actually just got a vinyl of it recently because I'm a loser. Tarzan has the best music ever, and I won't thank anybody who disagrees.
That album is so sick. I have that one not on vinyl, but I love listening to that.
It's all Phil Collins.
It's Phil Collins, yeah.
Oh, it's gotta be good then.
It's so good.
Oh, it's so good. But yeah, is there
I
any like
watch the Tarzan movie? I missed that one.
Well, welcome to Phil Collins' the Music Hall.
I guess I gotta watch it now. Yeah.
There's
It's super sick.
There's these funny clips online of people because it's like kind of like people like know that that music is too good for that film. So there's like these funny like narrative pieces where people are like, Phil, you know this movie's about like an ape man. Like the music doesn't need to be this good. Like calm down.
Yeah.
Good.
Some bongos and some wailing in the jungle will do just fine, right?
It's so good.
Yeah, it's actually awesome.
Yeah, but do you guys, now that I have lamented Jaren's like it slaps too hard, yeah. But other than that one, is there any like Disney song that comes to mind for you? Like if it came on, you'd have to like belt it out. Like
A Whole New World's a pretty rad duet, I guess.
Very true.
Yeah.
I always get that, in the Hercules movie, the Michael Bolton Go the Distance.
Yes, that is also my favorite song.
I love that. It's so good.
And the Michael Bolton version is great too. Like even the actor and his. Yeah.
Yeah, that's mine.
Oh yeah. Any go-to for you, Dan?
I don't know. I really love like whatever that intro music is for like the Lion King, the Na Sabenya or whatever.
Oh yeah,
That's great. Yeah,
it's so sick. I don't know. Everybody
that's
loves
by
that.
a group
Circle
called
of Life.
Lady Black Mambazo, and it's an African choir group that's got a whole list of songs like that. They're amazing.
Fuck,
I think they did a crossover with a Western musician one time too. Crap, I can't remember his name now. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but I'll remember it later. Anyway, and he did this crossover of like Western kind of popular rock music mixed with the African choir with these huge vocal bombs is absolutely epic.
That's so
Sounds
Find
awesome.
it.
Of the Lion King?
Just the
Yeah,
same.
you know the big choir song at the beginning of The Lion King?
Oh, okay, yeah.
A
cool.
group called Lady Black Mambazo.
The more you know.
yeah,
Shit.
I'm learning so much in this interview.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And like the fun thing about the Lion King too is because they did last time Sarah and Erica are really big musical fans, so we kind of ventured off into that realm too, and they did a really well selling Lion King musical too, so all the songs kind of got their own like Broadway-ifying. I don't know if that's a verb, but yeah, it's all beautiful music. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go into
to the next level.
Oh yeah, and like especially you're describing like the choir being cool. Like imagine that being like live, like on a stage. I've never seen it, but I would imagine that's like pretty fucking badass. But so with the Disney songs, if I can ask, would you guys? Is it a Lion King one that you'd get the group to do? Like if there possibly could be a heavy metal Disney song, what do you think would be like the best one?
I think I did this like as a fun thing when I was like younger. The I don't know what the song is called, but the one that goes "Make Way for Prince Ali," and the riff is like
it's just called Prince Ali. Yeah,
That's got a good driving beat.
Dude, it's got a heavy riff in it.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like we could probably do that one.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I like that. What is it, like 100 bad guys with swords?
You're right. Those ones are fun because it's not like gang vocals, but it's like characters coming in
Like
and out.
yeah, all like the street merchants are like.
I think we could do that.
That'd be so funny.
That would be so cool. Oh my gosh, that was not what I was expecting. I thought maybe we were gonna go into like the Mulan territory or something, but that was such a better answer.
Oh, that'd
that
be cool.
other too from Aladdin is good too.
ballad,
What's it? Arabian Nights is pretty sick too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Super.
a lot of good ones, man.
Yeah, there's so much
Aladdin's
good
got good
stuff.
music. If I was gonna pick a Disney movie for the music, it might be Aladdin.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Aladdin's pretty sick.
Yeah, I think Dan was right when he jumped in here. Aladdin slaps. Like,
She slaps front to back, front to back.
amazing. Well, other than Disney, because obviously they're a big tycoon. Being here in Los Angeles, you can't escape Disney. It's very close to us. But of course, there's a million other companies that make great films. So I wanted to ask, have you guys watched any Ghibli films? They're a studio in Japan. Yeah. So is there any of those that you have grown to love or really love? Pete, jump in here. Tell me.
Spirited Away is one of my favorite animated flicks for sure. I never got into the whole Japanese anime thing. All the time I spent over there, I was never into anime or manga or anything like that. But there was, when it comes to Ghibli movies, it's totally different story. They're great. They're masterpieces, and the soundtracks that go with them. There's this guy called Joe. I did a cover of one of his songs once.
I know who you're talking about. Yes. Yeah.
Itaishi Joe
Mm-hmm.
is his name, and his piano compositions are absolutely incredible.
That's so cool. Spirited Away I mean, they're all beautiful, but that
Spirited Away is so good.
Yeah, I was really excited when they came to Netflix. It was like finally I can just like,
Right?
I don't have to like watch it on YouTube or something. Yeah.
torrent it or whatever.
Yeah.
You had to do.
I actually own some. Like I think it was back in the day when you used to go to like and actually buy movies. I think I bought that Princess Mononoke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
Wacky.
got that one on DVD because I just couldn't find it anywhere and was just like, okay, I'll check this one out. And that one was insane. It was so cool.
Yeah, all the wolves and like, so cool.
Strange
It was just like there's so much imagination in those, like the animation and just like the whole story. It's just so fun to watch.
Gosh.
They usually have some kind of really, really like important, deep meaning behind them too. Like those movies, which is kind of cool.
Like just like Stryker's music, there's a lot of important stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Ghibli and Stryker, we'll put them on the same tier here.
Yeah, let's not.
I
We're
Yeah.
basically the Ghibli of heavy metal. Like,
That's what I'm gonna title this video, and then just have people swarm to your page.
don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Chris, are there any of those that you particularly enjoy, or?
Nope, this is an area that I am just out of my element and have not watched them.
And Xena.
As
yet,
Dan
not yet.
did just plug, they are on streaming services. So
No,
Yeah,
I know. I'm gonna get on it. I heard about it since I read the questions. I was like, maybe I'll watch one of those before, and then I did.
I've got time for that. No, and like, you know, going into other things too. I know Pete already said that not a whole lot of anime, but you know, just to generically ask, was that ever a thing that you guys thought was interesting or like jumped into? You know, a lot of times we get connotated with anime, and I have to remind people it's like that's not what we're doing, but we take references from that. And anime is such a, when you go down that hole, you go down that hole. So very well aware if you're not in that hole.
Yeah, I think
it's an industry. It's amazing. Like, I mean, what I think.
yeah, I mean, I think out of the band members, I think maybe it's me and Tim and I don't know about John, but me and Tim definitely watched like anime. We were really into what was it, Full Metal Alchemist. That one was really awesome.
I love
And One Punch Man. And then when we were kids, Dragon Ball Z was like so sick for us. We were just like, hell yeah. It was just, I don't know, whatever it was about it. It was just like a fun thing to watch when we were kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys ever watch Akira?
What was that, Pete?
Akira, you guys ever see that one?
Oh yeah.
Akira?
It's an old animated movie that was pretty
yeah.
epic.
That one's
Yeah.
good too. Because that wasn't
There's
a
also-
series. That's like a film, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, it was like feature length. Yeah. There was another it got made into a live action movie, and it started I think as a comic book and then became an animation too in Japan called Detroit Metal City.
Oh.
And it's I
Not
don't think
Rock
it's
City.
that well known over here. Yeah, exactly, right? But it's this guy who goes he's kind of this scrawny little kind of nerdy guy who moves to Tokyo to become like this fashion guy or whatever, right? And he's super soft spoken guy, you know, like, but then he gets this big gig as the lead singer for a death metal band. So he's got to be this crazy, scary death metal guy singing about killing and all this stuff all the time. So it's like his life bouncing back and forth between trying to be this like kind of sweet guy, and it's pretty funny.
I'm
Simmons has a cameo in it.
Yeah, I'm irate that no one has told me about this.
You gotta check it out.
I need new friends is what I'm learning through this interview. I'm gonna we are gonna end recording. I'm gonna re-watch everything that Pete has said that I like don't know about and be like, all right.
Yeah, he's got the inside knowledge of this stuff.
Amazing. Well, other than anime, which is obviously really, really exciting, I'm trying to like bounce between like, you know, like the Disney, like the classic like 2D and like hand drawn and all that stuff. And of course, Ghibli is, you know, as we've talked about, especially with Spirited Away and Mononoke, like everything is hand drawn. They do it all on down shooters and they're painting every cell. It's unbelievable. So I got my start in the entertainment industry in stop motion. So all the, you know, like puppeteering shows and stuff like that. So I was on Robot Chicken for a little bit of time, which was like always a throwback, but they're still making that show. So yay. But is there any stop motion films? And I probably wrote some company names on the little sheet that like were like, what is that? So like Leica, it makes the Coraline movies and Paranorman and Kubo. Wes Anderson, of course, with Fantastic Mr. Fox. And he has 1.5 million movies, but he does some stop motion stuff. And then I want to know if you guys were fans of Aardman. They are the Wallace and Gromit people. So.
Yeah, Wallace and Gromit.
I was just gonna say Wallace and Gromit. I was like, there's one movie I know that is Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, Wallace
From what we're talking about.
and Chicken Run.
That I can connect to.
Yes. Yeah.
Chicken Run was crazy.
Gosh, yeah. So yeah, stop motion. Do you like it? What other than
it's awesome.
Tell me about Wallace and Gromit. The penguin guy terrifies me still to this day.
Wallace and Gromit was so good.
I watched the shit out of those.
Yeah.
I remember like the moon is made of cheese. I think that was the first one or something when they go to the moon on their rocket ship.
Yeah.
And then that evil penguin. Oh, man, I gotta rewatch those. Those are awesome.
It's like unsettling. Like he doesn't like. I think that's the thing is like he doesn't talk, right? I'm pretty sure. Is somebody could correct me? I'm pretty sure the penguin doesn't talk.
Yeah, I
He's
don't think so. Yeah,
so unhinged. Like
those were
very
so good.
unhinged. The best gift
had the bed that tipped up and
Yeah.
you just slide him into his pants. That's sick.
I love the gif of when they're like Gromit is on the train and the penguin's on the train and they're putting down the tracks as the trains are going. I don't know how animators do that because they're literally like moving it like not even an inch, like centimeters, taking a photo and then you'd be like lucky to get like 3 seconds a week from an animator.
No kidding, right?
That's
Those stop
crazy.
motion workflow has got to be absolutely intense. I always thought it would be super fun to try, but then didn't really have a week to make 3 seconds of it. So I just kind of, closest I ever got was the flip book where you draw in the corner and then you flip the pages real quick. I always thought that was kind of cool.
Hell yeah. And the
spinny circle thing where you put the pictures inside the circle and then you spin it and you look through the slits as it goes by.
Yeah.
Have you seen one of those? Used to have those
Yeah,
at, like,
it starts with
Science
a Z. I know exactly what it starts with the Z.
Center. What's it called?
Yeah, those back in the 30s.
Yeah.
Amazing. The other one I wanted to ask you about, because like specifically like a country related thing, here in the States, we have, and I don't think it's a States thing, so sorry to geographicalize this, but we have these like classic, like holiday-y stop motion films, like Rudolph, and like they're made by this company, Raskin Bass. I think I probably butchered that. Do you guys remember? Is that just like a thing over here, or like?
No,
Like,
we had
Hermie
those
the
too.
Elf, yeah.
Yeah. The Christmas one with they made fun of it on something. Was it Rick and Morty or something? They went to like that universe where they were all in that style of animation and killed everybody or something like that. I can't remember.
I don't know.
So
Something like that.
Oh my gosh. Well, good to
We
know
had
that
something up here too. I'm not sure if it was stop motion animation or not. You might be able to tell me that. I don't even know if you guys had it in the US. It was this thing about a penguin called Pingu.
Pingu!
I'm trying to get a Pingu tattoo. That's like the next
Trumpet mouth?
tattoo.
Pingu
Oh
was
man,
awesome.
Pingu is sick. Yeah.
Pingu is he's also, maybe it's penguins. Maybe this is my top take. I think stop motion penguins are very unhinged and I love that for them.
They're pretty wacky.
Yeah, he was always mad. Pingu was like, off.
Yeah, he's a brat. Pingu was a brat.
Yeah,
Man.
he's a bad kid.
Did you guys ever watch Gumby, which is also my other favorite thing?
Gumby and Pokey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Gumby
think I watched too much Gumby.
No, I knew
I
of
didn't see much of it. That was my brother's thing. I think he was into that.
Gumby was a little bit older and it was like crazy to me because like when you watch like older Gumby clips, like obviously it's clay but they're very abstract. Like something happened where they finally was like, here's a plot and like the characters have motives and are doing something, but like old school Gumby is like, whoa, what's
Just
happening?
some weirdo.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let's do some art. Yeah.
That's so good though. Oh man, I'm glad that you guys have a stop motion isn't the most popular thing in the world, probably because it does take forever to make it. So that's why it's exciting for companies like Leica, and there's smaller ones in LA and of course around the world. You guys actually have a huge, incredible animation scene up in Canada and with all the arts and stuff like that up there. So it's cool that stop motion is getting a little bit more of a popularizedness to it. Yeah.
Robot Chicken's got to be the best.
Yeah.
Best stop motion I've ever seen, though.
Well, I hope those animators watch this because I know a few of them and they are top tier, and that's the hardest
I'm
thing,
a big fan.
because things like that with like doing a full movie like Wallace and Gromit or something like that is like schedules are always horrible, as I'm sure you guys know in the music industry, but like a feature you have a little bit more time. When it's TV, you just gotta go. Like if it works, it works. If not, we'll fix it in post. That's like the classic line. And
Yeah,
shout out to all the people who do stop motion post too, because they have to take out all of the rigs. And like, so like if like the nerd from Robot Chicken is running, like there's a metal thing holding him up. So somebody has to like erase that in every shot.
Wow,
and
crazy.
It's like crazy.
Oh no.
Yeah, it gets more fun as time goes on. But
Sounds like a nightmare.
it's fun. It's a fun nightmare, Pete. Don't you love those?
Yeah. Well, no, I get it. I'm into design as well. So it's like big, long creations that are like Bezier handle nightmares. They're still fun.
Yeah. So, and now that we're talking about like Robot Chicken, and you mentioned Metalocalypse now, and we'll, start to wrap up here as we went from childhood memories into like what's going on adult wise. Are there any other, I mean, Dan just mentioned Rick and Morty, Chris, Pete, Dan, is there any other like current, or recently, adult shows that you guys are like big fans of, or, been dipping your toes into? Anything like that? I know the big ones, you mentioned Simpsons, but, Bob's Burgers is a big one. BoJack Horseman. I know that just ended a little bit ago. Yeah.
I like Big Mouth.
Oh yeah, I always forget about Big Mouth.
That one's hilarious.
Yeah, I think I really like Rick and Morty. I mean, like me and everybody else in the whole world likes Rick and Morty or whatever. But like, that's really good. And then like even like the newest seasons of South Park have been so funny. Like they're just so ridiculous.
What about you, Chris? Any animated shows you're digging?
No, I'm so bad at this.
He's still on season 6 of The Simpsons.
Yeah, I'm so bad at watching shit I've already seen 10 times instead of actually like going to watch new stuff that I only see new things like on tour. Even like when you were talking about Dragon Ball Z, I never watched it as a kid, but then we got stuck. We were in the studio in Sweden for a month, and at that time it was Dan, Tim, and then Tim's brother Adam, who was our old drummer. They all watched it, totally like took over the TV, and I got so into it.
We watched like
I was like, this is dumb. I don't like this kind of animation. And then after like a week, I was just sort of watching and pretending that I wasn't into it, but I was so excited to see what was going to happen like next. But until I'm like kind of held into it on like tour for watching something in the bus or the van or the hotel or whatever, I just don't keep up. I'm too sports driven and other stuff.
I mean, I will say there are sport animes. If the excitement of Dragon Balls, I don't think there's a hockey anime, but you could make it. You could make the hockey anime.
Anime with like
maybe I would watch that.
Is
the
main
character like missing a front tooth and he's
just
like, oh yeah, dude, that'd be great.
Then you guys can do the theme song. Look at that. They're a free idea for you.
Let's do it.
Oh man.
Slap Shot. We'll call the song Slap Shot.
Amazing. Oh, that's so good. I think the closest thing you got is there's a figure skating anime. So you could really hone in on the hockey anime market.
A little different.
Yeah. Oh, duh. Amazing.
Are they allowed to shoulder check and like hit people into the boards in figure skating?
Yeah, I'll say that as an expert.
I remember one figure skater got kicked in the head with a skate by another skater that one time. It was big news. You remember that? Little off topic, I guess.
No, I don't.
That's not what happened at all.
Probably an accident though.
What the heck happened?
You mean when that one skater hit it was like with a crowbar or something, like hit the other skater in the knee or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some wacky figure skating scandal.
Is that why Mo hits Mr. Burns with a crowbar in that bowling episode? Is that what that's from?
That was a really big like societal. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I got track there. Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, it was the attack of the knees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it was a crowbar.
That
could be wrong.
Well, and on that topic of mentioning songs and whatnot, the last question I think I wanted to wrap up here, and Jared, this was the first one Jared and I had written down too, was Is there any show or movie or like themes or anything like that I guess this more so works for shows, but is there a theme song that you guys really liked, as a kid, like it was the most fun one to listen to? It's a double-parted question. So what's your favorite intro, and then what is the show that you wish you could write a theme song for?
Ooh.
Bam.
I mean, the Transformers theme song was sick.
Yeah, Power Rangers as a kid was another sick one.
Power Rangers was good stuff.
Yeah.
For me, it's gotta be
I
Ninja
remember
Turtles,
the Power
like the
Rangers one.
original.
That's a good one. Wait, Chris, what did you say?
Oh, I just said I remember as a kid Power Rangers for sure. Like I remember singing that and like fighting with kids on lunch on who got to be
Not
what
animated.
color ranger.
It's not animated.
Oh yeah, shit. That was never mind.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
Get it out of here.
Was
there
that part of the question?
isn't-
I guess yeah.
there is there has to be an animated Power Rangers. I think that
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
no
Probably.
employee for that company didn't pitch that idea. So and then Pete said, you said Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh, Heroes in a Half Shell all the way. That was
Turtle
sick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be really
That
cool.
was great.
Ghostbusters was pretty hip when I was in kindergarten, but I thought
Not
I think
animated. Not animated.
Turtle-
There
song
is
was
an
better.
animated Ghostbusters. That one I'm way more confident in than Power Rangers.
Hmm.
The 80s there's 80s
Oh, yeah, there totally
cartoons,
was.
Dan.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I feel like I
Ghostbusters
remember that,
started as a cartoon.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Is there any
Beast
like, huh?
This is on the same vein as reboot, Beast Wars, Transformers Beast Wars. I don't know if you ever saw that.
No.
I used to love that show. It has a sick intro, I think, with some guitars. There was like a bunch of like, sort of action animated stuff that was like, for like young boys, and it had like some cool guitar riffs and shit like that. I think Beast Wars had more.
Beast Wars is a very fun like name to anything. Like,
Have you seen Beast Wars?
No,
It's so sick. It's like all it's like Transformers, except for they landed on a planet that had no like machinery, so they just copied like animal bodies. So like the lead, like Optimus Prime, was like a big gorilla that transformed into a big robot. Sick.
That's amazing. Oh my god.
I wonder if that was a Canadian thing. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, well, now I'm like, okay, cool. I gotta look at the Lion King choir. I gotta look at Beast Wars.
Beast Wars was crazy.
Detroit Metal City.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's really fun. Well, I mean, to wrap up here, because once again, thank you for taking your lovely Canadian day, the first good day in a while, to talk to.
The sun
Jen.
hasn't come out in 6 months, and it's finally out today.
Just in time to relent about Dragon Ball Z and how you forced
exactly.
Chris to watch that show. I hope it was during the Frieza battle where that took like 20 plus episodes to figure
It was
out.
absolutely during that.
Yeah. Well, so for anybody who is interested in it, we watched Dragon Ball Z Kai, which was like the redacted version where they just took out a bunch of bullshit. It rolls along a little better, but it's still like hundreds of episodes or something.
That was nice of you. That was so nice of you.
We didn't make him watch all like the TV ones where like 5 minutes of actual plot happened and the rest was like build up and then like what's happening next time.
Yeah, the charging. They're both in like kind of see like a little bit of a hole and they're just charging up in one pose. That's all I remember about Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's basically Dragon Ball Z in a nutshell.
Chris
I didn't
looks
even know. I didn't
so-
watch the normal one.
It was much worse. Much
Okay.
worse.
Wow.
That's amazing. Well, yeah. Well, so yes, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. And as the classic,
for having us.
the classic interview question: is there anything that you guys like personally are like working on, or Striker as a whole, or anything that's just fun? Hi, friend.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
some.
that's former striker bass
That's
player David
Dave.
Arnold.
Oh, hey, Dave.
It's crafting, pal.
Where's the hat, bro?
Yeah,
Where's
yeah.
the hat, bro?
Yeah, it's my house, assholes.
It is his house.
Yeah, so we have some new music on the way. We're not sure yet when it's coming out, but we're figuring that out. We're working our way through COVID, and then we got that tour with Unleash the Archers coming up. Hopefully
This
in,
November, December.
Yeah, November, December. So keep an eye
Very,
out.
very excited. And they're doing this too, right? Or like
Yeah, we're reaching out
Yeah.
to them soon. We're kind of working, month to month, week to week. But yeah, we're very, very excited to talk to them. And it was fun that most of our metal bands were from Canada and we're over here in LA. Like, all right, cool.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
Love it.
No.
Well, thank you once again. All your guys' socials will be up, and we'll catch you guys all on episode 3, which is coming soon.
Sweet.
That's awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot, eh?
That's awesome.